guys up 2 more. We got Eric Schilling, bring on down, and then we have our headliner afterwards. But let's hear it for very funny Eric Schilling.
What a good-looking audience, huh? Kind of like looking in a funhouse mirror. Sir, right there. I like St. Francis too, but I wouldn't go for his haircut. Are you Jewish by any chance, sir? Are you Jewish by any chance, sir? Because a yarmulke would really cover that up nicely. I'm sorry, I kid you. A hubcap couldn't cover that thing up. Actually, I have no room to talk. You know, I mean, I'm pretty ugly myself. You know, I'm 34 years old and pretty much given up on working out. You know, I resolved that the cold metal of a belt buckle against the bottom of my belly is natural. You know, I'm a hypocrite too. I'll go to a ball game and I'll watch, I'll tailgate for a half hour, drink a half a case of beer, have hot dogs, Cracker Jacks, and then have the audacity to criticize the athleticism on the field. You know, it's kind of like the Pope trying to direct a porn movie. You know, I mean, it's really hypocritical. You know, Papal Productions present, you know, the 12 Apostle Gangbang and Nuns with Buns too. Speaking of porn, I'm actually kind of a bit of a porn addiction. I mean, I surf websites. I know, guy who looks like me surfs porn, go figure. But I was on a porn site and I saw a clip that says, "Guy does ATM." I'm like, what the fuck is that? Am I going to get to see somebody kind of stick their dick in the money slot of the Citibank? Evidently, ATM means ass to mouth. Now, instead of getting to see somebody fuck a Citibank money machine, I got to see, you know, a guy with a smile on his face and a girl with very bad breath. But you know, that's it. Shit, I almost forgot what the fuck I was going to say. You know, obviously, you know, I have low self-esteem. You know, the only place I think I'd be attracted would be in a prison. You know, I really do think I'd have more black cock in my ass than the urinals in a Knicks locker room. My ass would get violated so much it would have an echo. You know what comes to mind when I think of anal sex? Mexico. It's hot, it's sweaty, it's dirty, it kind of smells, but I think everyone should go there once in their life. It took a long time to come up with that. I mean, well, this week was Cinco de Mayo, speaking of which is, yay! Corona! Let's celebrate Mexico's independence from France. Which is kind of funny that they got their independence from France. You know, it seems like a wise political decision on their part, and financial decision for that matter. But I kind of wondered what if Mexico and France kind of still were together and they had that blend of cultures. You know, that gay Paris and Mexican culture would be kind of like Wetback Mountain. Kind of you know, the two Tijuana whorehouses would sell croissants and pastries. You get a little head with your bread, a little frank in your skank. Yeah. You know, I have one Mexican joke that's not even mine. What do you call a Mexican midget prostitute? Consuelo. Thank you. I was, you know, not that France is any better. You know, in World War II, Germany rolled harder on France than Rosie O'Donnell does on her girlfriend. You know, and they avoided the war in Iraq the same way, you know, the clay aiken avoids a vagina. So that's. Yeah. All right. Well, what else is in the news? There's an election going on, you know, and I always find elections kind of interesting, mostly because of negative campaign ads. And I kind of wish that Jim McGreevey was running this year, because negative campaign ads are always the same thing. You know, it's like John Smith, you know, got detention in the 4th grade. John Smith cheated on a test in the 5th grade. John Smith, bad for grammar school, bad for New York. You know, I just wish McGreevey was running, because you kind of like to hear the same kind of ads. John Smith got fisted by an intern in a rest stop. John Smith sucked 3 cocks in an X-rated theater. John Smith, bad for his colon, bad for New Jersey. But there is a presidential election going on. You have John McCain, who, when he goes to the doctor, he donates his urine and his blood in the same cup. And you have Obama, you know, who seems to be kind of a front runner, but I do kind of wonder if some of the polls are skewed for Obama. You know, I've heard that they said that Obama captures the black vote in Nebraska. Isn't that like 3 people? You know, the significance of the black vote in the Midwest is kind of like, you know, the significance of trying to piss to put out a forest fire. And Hillary Clinton has gone out and said that she's more qualified to be president because her husband was president. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me because when Dale Earnhardt died, I didn't see his chick driving around at 250 miles an hour. If I'm in a plane and the pilot goes down, I don't want his wife or her wife or husband to take us in for a landing. You know, obviously, you know, I'm not a professional comic, if you figured by the way I'm fucking starting up here. And I have a regular job during the day, and this it's just some shit that I kind of put together and haven't really thought about. But you know, but I actually do like my job, but it's the corporate bullshit lingo that I fucking hate. You know, I actually met with a manager, and in one fucking sentence they said, it's like, look, you know, we need you to think outside of the box, get your arms around this project, and exceed our clients' expectations. Like, was that fucking English? You know, I mean, you know, think outside the box. The only box I'm thinking about is getting inside the box that I'm jerking off to in the fucking restroom, the girl's box in that magazine. You know, and get your arms around it. The only thing I want to do at that point is get my hands around the throat of my managers and, you know, exceed your client's expectations. Well, just like this comic profession, your expectations would be pretty fucking low. Anyway, I thank you for your time and thank you for your support. Thanks.